I am well aware that February is a shorter month than most, but it went by a little too quickly, no? Is it just me? Just my experience? It was a hard month for me, so I definitely turned to certain things, certain experiences, certain habits and rituals for comfort. And that is what we're gonna be talking about today. Things that made my February better, things that brought me joy in February, my February favorites, if you will. I'm sorry, tongue twister. As you guys know, I don't just talk about products, I also talk about experiences, habits, anything that brought me joy this month. I will be talking about it. I do explain it further in my January favorites video, so go check that out if you haven't. But I have a bunch of good stuff for you. A bunch of stuff that just made me happy this month, despite it being a difficult month. I know you guys are here for the favorites, so let's talk about them. Okay, let's start with some beauty. As always, I just feel like that's what you guys are most excited for, and that's what I'm most excited for all the time too. So, for starters, I have something maybe a little weird, but it's really not. I'm talking about a towel. This is the Crown Affair towel. This is, I think, the hair towel. I don't really know the name of it, but it's a huge towel that you can use for your hair. It has this little elastic here that you can thread the towel through so that it's like a turban. I don't know if that's how you guys call it. That's how it's called in Spanish, so I'm not entirely sure. But listen, I've tried microfiber towels before. They're good. They're good towels. But I heard a lot of people talk about this, talking about how amazing it is, the hype, everything. And I did not get it until I decided to just buy it. I impulsively bought it while I was at Sephora one fateful day, and I have not looked back. This is literally incredible. The hype is real, you guys. I don't even know how I've been able to live my life without it up to this point. Crown Affair's whole mission or whole thing is to help make like air dry hair look better, to minimize like heat damage, I believe. So all their products kind of revolve around that, including this towel. I can tell you that whenever I use this towel, I did not use it yesterday, okay, because I was washing it. And you can tell because when I use it, I have less frizzy hair. The hair dries a lot quicker. Like this really absorbs the water. It doesn't damage the hair as much as a regular towel does. And I am someone who has really pin straight hair, but sometimes a little texture wants to pop through. Whenever I use this, the texture really just gets a little bit better. I find a bit of texture in my hair and I love that. I love that. So this is just incredible if you have curlier hair or super frizzy hair. I feel like this will be so good for you, but truly anyone can use it and it is incredible. I am seriously considering taking this traveling with me. That is how much I like it. It is so good and it's huge too. So if you have really long hair, you can use it. If you have shorter hair, you can use it. It's a towel. It's expensive, but it's worth your money, trust me. I am a huge fan of Cyklar. I have 2 Cyklar products for now, and I've been wanting to try this brand for a really long time. I want everything from the brand, but at the moment, I only have their body cream and their body oil. My sister actually gave me this because she has eczema and the scent just threw her skin off, but I don't suffer from her problems, so I'm benefiting from this. The first thing that I bought for myself was the Sacred Santal Nutrient Rich Body Cream. So good, so fresh. It's not super masculine santal, which I absolutely love. This is just like my perfect everyday body lotion. I'm not a huge body lotion fan, okay? I find it to be a tedious task. I only do it because, you know, gotta take care of the skin everywhere, not just the face. This makes my life very easy because it is just the perfect everyday moisturizer. You apply it, it gives you enough moisture to last throughout the day. It's easy to spread around. It's not super thick or super thin. It's just that perfect in between. If you need something super nourishing, I don't think this is it. This is more of like an everyday kind of body cream. But it is not going to give you the most hydration ever. It's not the thickest. My body doesn't really need the thickest, so I'm happy with this. The scent kind of lingers a little bit. It absorbs fairly quickly, I would say. Doesn't leave you feeling super goopy. And the scent lingers for a while. It's not too much. I would say like if you use this and you want to layer other Cyklar products from the same scent, it would really maximize the scent and it would last so much longer. But this is not super offensive. It mixes well with my other scents that I apply on top. I really like it. And I also love it in combination with the oil. This is the Vanilla Verve Vitamin C Body Oil. It comes in a glass bottle, which I so appreciate. Love a glass bottle. Plastic, not the greatest for you. I am also in love with the scent. This is very gourmand, very vanilla, but there's like a hint of citrus in there. So it is very, very sweet, be warned. And I like to pair it with a moisturizer because it kind of tones down that sweetness of the scent. I will say this is, I feel, is more like a dry oil. It is not super moisturizing either. It's more of like a glowy oil. It doesn't really sink into the skin all that much. It does, you know, give you a bit of that nourishment, but it's not super nourishing, and it lays on your skin beautifully. It makes you look super glowy, but it is a little not goopier, but it does stick to your skin a bit. It will stick to your clothes, and the scent lasts a lot longer too. I will say, even though it is not the most moisturizing, it does combine really well with other moisturizers, either on top. I usually like to apply my oil on top of my moisturizer. It makes it a lot easier to spread this. Otherwise it is, as I said, more of a dry oil, and it takes a little bit more working into the skin. Or when I really want my scent to last and I'm looking for that sweeter vanilla scent, I do have like a vanilla perfume that I find works very well with this. So when I'm looking for extreme scent and I want my scent to last even more, I will go for this one. Both of these have incredible ingredients. I think both are a very fair price for what you get. I am dying to try other Cyklar products. If you've tried other Cyklar products, tell me what I need next. I'm dying to try their deodorant, and also their like scent oils. Oof. But for now, these two are freaking great. I will say that. And my last beauty item, I think this was in my yearly favorites, but I'm still constantly reaching for it, especially this month. It is the e.l.f. This is like, I think a lip and cheek stain. It's mainly made for blush, but I use it as a lip stain. This is the Sheer For It blush tint in the shade Cherry Cola. Listen, this is like a dupe for the Benefit, I'm blanking on the name, but you know, the famous Benefit Benetint. The Benetint, obviously. But it's so much less expensive. These come in a lot of different colors, and I don't like them for the cheeks. I mainly use it for my lips as my perfect everyday hint of color. It's the best stain that I've tried at an affordable price. So it's the best like drugstore true stain, not like a gloss stain. This is just like your true standard stain. It is the easiest to use, and you can really customize your look with this. So I like to use this on its own on most days when I just need a little something. I'll just dab a little bit of this, mix it in with my fingers, and I have a good like pop of color basically that lasts quite a long time. It is not the most long lasting, but I am willing to sacrifice that because I'm not applying a ton. If I were to layer this, it would look super intense and it would last a lot longer. I don't want it to look super intense. So this just gives me enough wear so that it's, you know, a few hours and then I can easily reapply. I like to wear this by itself. I also like to wear it as a lip combo, sometimes with a lip liner and a lip gloss or like a satin lipstick for maximizing wear time. And it's the boost that my makeup needs. It's always in my purse. I'm always reaching for it. My sister loves to steal this from me. And this specific shade, Cherry Cola, I feel suits me very well as a deep winter. So if you're a deep winter girly looking for a lip stain that's affordable, I think you would love this in this specific shade. I reached for it every single time I did my makeup this month, which was quite a bit, but I was doing a lot of natural makeup, and this just fits right into my routine. Greatest lip stain at the drugstore. Now let's shift into clothing. I don't usually talk a lot about clothing, but I want to start incorporating it more and more. And I do have a favorite pair of pants for this month. I am a jeans girl, okay? I wear jeans mostly every day, but I like my jeans to be comfortable, not tight. I usually go for baggy and more interesting silhouettes to make my outfits feel less basic, but in reality, I'm just wearing jeans and a t-shirt. I want my outfits to look elevated, and I'm looking for interesting jeans all the time. That's where these Uniqlo barrel jeans enter. They have rocked my world. They are the only jeans that I reach for all month. Whenever I was going out and I needed to be wearing not black, basically, I was wearing these jeans. They work with any outfit. They are a dark wash, which makes them so much fancier, I would say. Like, I know they're jeans, they're not super fancy, but a dark wash makes things look a little bit more classy, a little more put together. So I was missing like a good dark wash jean that was comfortable for me in my wardrobe, and these are it. I did buy a size up so they can be very baggy, or they can like adjust with my body. Sometimes they fit a little snugger, sometimes they're like very baggy, but I can wear a belt with them. I can just wear them baggy. I'm a huge fan of barrel jeans, and I love that silhouette on me. Even though I am 5'4", I'm short. I have a long torso and short legs, so maybe that's not the best style for me to flatter me, but I don't care. These are so good. They are so affordable, and they go with absolutely everything. So yeah, they're the best jeans ever. Uniqlo has so many options, but if you're looking for a barrel or a baggie or something fun, I think these are it. I also want to shine light on something that I've been trying and testing out for a while now, and it has really completely changed my life as someone with a fuller bust. My bra size is 34E for reference, and the concept of a minimizer bra was first introduced to me late last year. It is life-changing, okay? It has changed my life for the better, and in February I really put it to the test because I'm someone who doesn't usually leave the house all that much, so I don't have a lot of like out of the house bras. And if you know, you know, sometimes your bras that you use in your house or your tops that you use in your house don't directly translate to looking good in an outfit when you need to leave the house, which is where these come in. The Third Love Minimizer line, wow. What a concept, what a masterful piece of art that these people at Third Love have created for us bigger chested girls. Holy crap, I know I'm spewing nonsense. Let me talk about these. They have two models. They have like the classic underwire bra, which is this one right here. I have a black and a taupe one. They're just basics, and these have thick straps, okay? Straps are thick. Listen, they're not gonna be the cutest, but we need the support. They have this little like mesh thing here, and then they have a supportive band for your back. It's like double lined. It is very supportive. Sometimes, you know, when you're wearing a bra and it has like a really small band, it creates back fat or back rolls that are not there usually because it's just tightening you up. So it can look unflattering. These don't do that because you get this like supportive, breathable fabric that just sucks you in perfectly. These reduce your bust up to 2 inches. And let me tell you, they shape you perfectly. Like they give you the perfect shape, the perfect lift, and they minimize, okay? They minimize, and my life is just so much better because of it. Because my clothes, I just feel like fit better when you're wearing like a button-down shirt. The gaping is not happening with these. I love them. Also, really love the material. It's pretty breathable. And listen, even though they're not like super cutesy and they don't come in like the greatest fun designs, I still feel like they're, you know, classic bras. They don't look like grandma bras, if you know what I mean. And they also have a wireless like top bra version. I am wearing the taupe one, so I just have this one to show you, but this is super cool. It has like a technology inside of it that is made to help like lift and shape. Obviously, this one won't shape as much as the regular classic bra, but it still helps the girls look good, okay? It is obviously a lot more comfortable for the everyday because you don't have like an underwire, but you still get that support, which is so important. You also get like a mesh back that again supports you and takes care of the shaping of your back. I also love the little like mesh thing that goes on here at the top, but these are very comfortable. I wear them mostly in the house now, but I also wear them out or when I'm traveling, like I have long travel days and I want something comfortable. These are just perfect, and again, it minimizes your bust up to 2 inches. Mwah. It is not see-through whatsoever. Neither of the colors are, and I'm obsessed. I love it's comfortable. It also helps my clothes lay better on my body. They have brought so much of my confidence back. If you have a bigger bust, you know sometimes that can really bring you down when you're trying on clothes and they're not laying the correct way or the way that you envision in your body. So these truly have changed my life. They're not the most affordable, but I don't think they're super expensive. I think they're totally worth it. They have sales all the time, so I love them so much. These are truly the only bras that I use now. No other bra compares. Now let's move on to some non-material favorites, which are also fun to talk about, starting with Fable. I want to give a huge shout out to Fable for simply being like Goodreads, but for the girlies, okay? If you know, you know. Fable is basically like a reader app. You can track the books that you read, add your TBR, keep track of the books you've read, keep track of the actual days that you're reading. I love that. It's just visually so much better. You have like your own dashboard. You can set your reading goals for the year. It shows you visually like how many books you read per month with a little chart, which I love. Visually, it is very aesthetic. You can check your reading streak. It gives you a lot of stats. It's very fun, but you can also make lists. You can join clubs. You can post book reviews. I don't utilize it to its maximum capacity. I don't really use a lot of the features, to be honest with you, but I do believe It is amazing. I switched to Fable last year and I have zero regrets because, as I said, everything is just more visually pretty and it's, I feel like, easier to connect with other readers. I've been using this app for over a year and I'm just now featuring it in a favorites video because I discovered this month that Fable has classic literature that you can read for free. I think that's incredible because one of my goals for this year is to read more classics. They have a lot of the more popular classics and then they have classics I didn't even know existed. It's very easy to use the interface for the free classics. I've already read Frankenstein and it was so easy. It works just as any other e-reader. You can highlight, you can save, you can do basically everything you do in any other e-reader, but you have these for free and that's insane. If you pay, you could also get like extra insights. I don't feel like I need to pay. I feel like you get a lot with the free version of Fable, but if you haven't tried Fable and you're a reader, I recommend it, okay? You can even like take all of your data from Goodreads and easily pass it on to your Fable so that you don't lose any of your lists, any of your previous progress. Try Fable. Thank me later. If you're on TikTok, you know that a few weeks ago, TCM practices became very popular and everyone was talking about being at a very Chinese moment or point in their lives. And I do agree that a huge part of wellness culture is just Chinese medicine practices kind of viralized. And I have a lot of respect for TCM because I do feel like I get it. I see the results, and that is why every morning, thanks to TikTok, that sounds weird, but I was definitely influenced to start drinking hot water in the mornings. Listen, I'm a girl who loves her iced drinks. Ice is my life. I also have bad circulation and bad period cramps, which could be related, but I cannot for the life of me leave my ice drinks. Which is why I decided to compromise and start drinking hot water every morning before I eat anything, before I drink anything else. And then at the end of the day, like after I have dinner to help me digest, a little bit of a hot water, oof, it hits, even though I'm not a huge fan of like hot drinks. Took a little getting used to, but I've noticed a change in me, truly. And I'm not talking about, ooh, I had 2 sips of hot water and it made me go to the bathroom. Like, no. I don't have constipation problems. I eat a lot of fiber. So no. Drinking hot water does not make me go to the bathroom, but I do find that it helps me stay extra hydrated because I'm drinking that on top of the normal regular water that I already drank. And it has also helped me transition from drinking cold water to drinking room temperature water. When I fill up my water bottle, I used to do only ice with my water. Now I can tolerate like room temp water. This is a good start. I feel like this is a good start. It really sets up my body for success. I do find that it helps with bloating, especially after my meal. So if I'm having like my dinner before going to bed, I do my water and it really helps my stomach just work better, digest better. It feels nice. It really helps my body feel a little calmer, not as bloated. It might not seem like something super crazy, but incorporating this new habit in my life has really brought a lot of good to my life. It's a good practice and I have become very consistent during February and I can tell the difference. Maybe it's placebo. But hey, if it works, okay? We also definitely need to talk about Bridgerton season 4. First part came out in January, yes, but the second part came out last week. I did binge it in one night because, hello, we only had 4 episodes. That's not a hard task for me. I absolutely loved this season. For me, like a Cinderella story is always gonna do it. It's always gonna do it for me. Give me 10,000 more and I will eat them all up. Obsessed. I love Sophie and Benedict as a pair. I already loved Benedict as a brother, but as a pair with Sophie, it's just boom, magic, love. And I also liked and enjoyed most of the side plots this season. I feel like sometimes, like last season, there was so many side plots that I did not care for. No slander if you enjoyed season 3. I do not like Colin. I can't stand him. I don't think he's attractive, so that probably plays into that. But I didn't enjoy a lot of the side plots that were going, like the subplots going on. I did enjoy the subplots going on here. The Queen and Lady Danbury's subplot. Wow. Girl friendship really changes lives, basically. I cried, I laughed, I was sitting at the edge of my bed like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? I went through everything, so it was a good season. I think my standing is season 2 is my absolute favorite, then season 4, then season 1, and season 3 I don't even need to watch it ever again. And above everything is Queen Charlotte, even though it's not technically a season, at the top, baby. I do want to say though that the only thing I didn't love as much as I have in other seasons is the music selection, to the exception of Enchanted by Taylor Swift instrumental edition. I cried when I listened to that the first time, and that like makes up for all the other music that I didn't really love during the season. But yeah, that's like the only thing that I have a qualm about, the music. Except for Enchanted Instrumental Edition, that made me levitate. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. We have 2 more years of waiting for a new season to come, and I really hope it's Eloise's season because she's one of my favorite characters. So, yeah. What did you think of the new season? Did you love it? Hate it? Let me know. And my last favorite for February, it's a little bit of a shameless plug, but it is my Singapore vlog. And I do want to preface by saying this, it is like the process of creating this thing, but also I'm super proud of like the end product. If you guys haven't watched, the video I uploaded before this one is my Singapore vlog. I'm not a vlogger. I travel a lot, and I kind of wanted to dip my toes into that and just experiment. I'm very introverted. I'm very anti filming myself on the street talking and doing things, but I love vlogs and I wanted to start documenting my trips because I do travel a lot and I felt like it would be a great way to store my memories somewhere. So I decided to try. I put myself out there. I vlogged my trip with my best friend, and I was not expecting to feel the way that I felt. I put myself out there. I really enjoyed it, and I edited it all throughout the month. It was challenging. It did take me a long time to edit, but the final product I'm really proud of. I really enjoyed. I don't think it is the greatest vlog that has ever existed, but I'm proud of what I put out. I'm proud of what I accomplished with, what I had. If you haven't watched it, make sure to go watch it. I really loved the whole experience of vlogging, and maybe I will do it more. Not sure. I don't feel like, a lot of people associate my channel with vlogging, so it did flop, unfortunately, but I don't care because I had a blast. I had a blast going back, revisiting everything that we did, editing it down, adding like my fun little flares to it, and then I'm proud of it. I'm proud, and it is a favorite for the month, okay, because it brought me a lot of comfort to create this piece for you, but mostly for me. And that brings this video to a close. That is everything that brought me joy in February. As I said, products, experiences, media, habits, a little bit of everything. These are just the things that I turn to for comfort and for calming myself, for resting my body and making sure that I'm a regulated human being. And now that I have showed you mine, it's time for you to show me yours. As always, what did you love in February? What are the things, experiences, habits, media that brought you joy, that brought you comfort? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching, for tuning in. I hope this was fun. It was a lot of fun for me, and I hope I get to see you right here so we can hang out for next month's favorites. Bye. Mwah.